G'day crew. This is just a short video to finish off last week's episode of the Overnighter. I can't say the fishing is brilliant in this episode, although I do have a few tips that may save you some injuries or may make a more pleasant overnight stay if that's your thing. So with that said, I hope you continue to watch. I thought I had some Gulp worms here, but I can't find them. So I'm going to have to use some cuttlefish straps. It's just as well I brought them along. I was going to toss them over for burley. But I'm in Fisherman's Gutter. I was wanting to have a bit of a go for some whiting. Maybe a squid or two. As an improvised bait, I just cut the cuttlefish scraps up into strips about the size of a worm and threaded them onto the hook in the same way as I would a worm.
Oh, I can't believe I don't have them. I saw them just the other day. I'm sure they're on board. Oh, hang on, there we are, we have got them. I knew I saw them somewhere. Oops, the daisy. Bloody grinner. Alright, you're going to be crab bait then. I'm very inexperienced when it comes to using soft plastics. I haven't used them very much, and when I have used them I haven't had a lot of success. But putting the worm on the same way I'd put a real worm on seems like a reasonable thing to do. My biggest problem with soft plastics is that people say that a fish won't take a bait if they can see the line. Well, if they're smart enough not to take the bait if they can see the line, how come they're dumb enough to bite on a piece of plastic? But that's just me. Obviously they do bite on it. That didn't take long. Hope it's not another grinner, which it is. I'm just replenishing my live bait for tonight. I've nearly got enough. I didn't want to bore you with the pulling it up again. Seen it. Fed's current running here. And I might do it vertically, and I am spot locked this time because they're staying pretty much in the same spot. Try and tow the speech a little bit further forward so that I can get it vertically a little bit, and then when it gets too far behind the boat, pull it in. So you jump off. You get to. Right, good shake coming through now. If I can pick up another one, that'll do me. That must be him. Yeah, see, I got a pretty good well there. Probably too many for the size of the well that I've got, but I'll just keep the water going, and once I stop I'll put them in the bait keeper net. And it's time to head off to go fish. And I might get some more at the fishing spot if I'm lucky. Jesus, just one. And it's a Jenny, isn't it? No, it's a buck. Oh, that's big enough, I think.
move it. See if I can get a few more for tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, it's heat legal. Well and truly. Oh, what's that? I haven't done any better in this one, if it's good. I've got a decorator crab in it, and that's it. Okay, well, let me just move to then. If the wind is above forecast or the direction is different from the forecast, then I recommend finding shelter to match the existing conditions rather than hoping that it's going to turn around and match the forecast. It seldom happens. I got a big barbecue, which if you've been watching the channel for a while you would have seen, and I decided that it's great when there's more than just me on board, but when it's just me, even though I like my steak and etc., it's just too big and too much trouble to play around with. So I decided I'd get this little one burner one. I can put some savoury mince and macaroni, I think, in there and just heat it up, eat it out of the bowl. Nice and simple. It's just a cheap barbie, stays in the cabin and does the job. Lights up pretty easily. I do have to hang on to the pot though, because with the boat rocking, the pot will go flying if I let go of it. And if I get a fish on, I'm going to have to turn it off before I can go and get it. But other than that, it's great. Sunset just keeps getting better and better. That's Peel just there. And the mainland behind it, of course. How nice is that? Love sunrise and sunset on the water. It's all the boats in Horseshoe Bay on Friday night. Blowing a good northerly, a good 15 knots, so Horseshoe Bay is the place to be. There's dunnage over there on Stratty. Hey, look at all the boats. Bit hard to count them, but I reckon it's got to be 40 or 50. You got a sunrise from Peel here. I'm up a little bit late this morning. It's not my usual thing. I was awake at 3 and I had breakfast, and I was a bit cold and I was a bit lethargic, so I threw the lines in. I thought I'll just lay down for a little while back under the warm blanket and I'll listen for the lines. And I fell asleep, which is very unusual of a morning, but anyway, here I am. It's later than I intended, so figure out what to do for the day. Well, that's the livey I had out. I say something took his tail off on the way in. I didn't feel a bite, but he was still kicking a bit when he came on board, so it couldn't have happened too long ago. Anyway, he's not alive anymore. I put him in the burley bucket. Okay, got him. He's not a big one, mate. have I got him? Oh yeah, I got him. What is he? Up on the surface. Well, got something on that one too. Oh no, it's got this line. Oh, Taylor. Okay. Not happy with you. Not real happy with you catching my other line though. I have to get you off before I can untangle that. Oh, come on. I'll keep it going for a minute while I sort this. Try and sort this anyway. With a live bait on the other line, I want to free this tangle as quickly as possible, just in case it gets a hit. Jesus. I just want to reiterate once again that when you're untangling a line like this and one of the lines has a bait on it in the water, make very sure you don't get it wrapped around your finger, because if you get a big fish come along and take that bait and that line starts whipping out, it'll cut through to the bone in no time. So make very sure you stay safe while you're doing this. Oh, so far so good. Now, where are we at here? Oh, I've got it. Now, are you legal? That is the question. 33. It's legal size for tail. 35. Bugger. Your lucky day, old fella. We've got something in there. What have we got? Oh yeah, jennies by the looks of it, mostly. I think all jennies. Oh, one small buck. 2 small bucks. And a baby muddy, is it? No, maybe one of those mongrel crabs. Come on, let go, you stupid thing. I'm trying to get you out. There. Oh. Oh, we might have done a few on this one. Whoa, okay. We did, but have we got any bucks? A couple of bucks, 3 bucks in there at least, I think. Oh yeah, alright. I only took 2 pots out with me. I haven't found the crabs, and I do have to have a look around for them. I did drop the 2 pots in different spots. When I picked them up in the afternoon, I dropped them in a different spot, picked them up again the next morning. Finding a lot of jennies, not too many bucks. What I need to do is to take 8 pots out and take the wife or one of the boys with me and just spend a day going around the bay trying to find out where they are. I've been crabbing now for, well, have to be nearly 60 years. And you get times like this when the crabs disappear and you've got to find them again. Then when you find them, you'll bag out. And that's been like that for all that time. Like back when I first started crabbing with the old man, we'd come home, 50, 60 crabs, there was no bag limit. Stick them in the boiler pot in the backyard, cook them all up and hand them out to the neighbours. None of them got wasted, and there's still plenty of crabs around. There's more people crabbing now, limits down to 20 per person, and that's fine. Still being able to bag out on 20 per person. Been times when I've taken a couple of other people with me and we've nearly all bagged out. So there's no shortage of crabs, and I think the current limit of 20 per person is very sustainable. Considering that every crab can have a couple of million offspring, so we don't allow the female crabs to be taken in Queensland, and I think that's a very good idea because that ensures our supply. That's my little take on crabbing. Yep. And yes. I'm very happy with the trip and pretty happy with what I caught, even though the crabs weren't quite as plentiful as I might have hoped. Let's have a look at what I caught. So as a take home for this trip, there's just 4 crabs. I'm really going to have to do a trip where I prospect and find out where they are again. And I've got the 2 snapper, the 43 and the 50. I've got the granddaughter staying with us while she finishes her study this year. So 2 crabs for her, 2 crabs for my wife, and plenty of fish to go around. So happy enough with that. It was a nice time out. Until next time, good fishing.